Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mangumson here, bringing you another first Descendant video. Today we're going to be talking about the developer live update. We have Ultimate Blair, we have dynamic motion to talk about, we have some of his skills, we got some new modules, we got new skins, some, the whole skin thing. We got what the devs talked about, what the devs didn't talk about. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and appreciate the new addition to the game, Ultimate Blair. Go ahead and take a look at him right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is Ultimate Blair. We have Killer Recipe. And we get the Feast of Favors when attacking an enemy affected with burn. Skills apply additional status to deal damage. All in all, just need to know that Killer Recipe changes his 4, and it changes his 1, and it changes his 2. The way that it kind of works is you're doing a combo, you're affecting enemies with burn, and then you can use some of the other skills in order to combo off of that. It's kind of it's a different way of gameplay. His 4 changes into an aimable fireball that lets you hold it with the aim button, target the enemies, and throw it. Then we have next level arson, and this changes his 1 to produce the flame zones when he moves, so a bigger version of Frost Roads. Like Viessa really needs this. And then it changes his 2 to a AoE called Hot Delivery, and it's just a big wave version of pushing out flames in front of you. Again, they kind of took off it looks like they took off the sprint scaler for that, so he isn't really nerfed with his movement so much when he does use his 3 to throw out the hand fireballs. This is the way that Ultimate Blair should have been from the get-go. There's a lot of things and a lot of changes, and there's also a skin for Blair, his ultimate skin. Looks like a different version of that Enzo skin that they brought out not too long ago. Just using some of these same assets but changing them just to make them a bit different to fit Blair's kit. We also have some external components getting added to the game. Firebrand Auxiliary Power. This extends range, negatives movement speeds, but on fire hit against enemies with burn effects, the hit enemies fire resistance goes down. This is probably going to be okay for Blair, really good for Serena. Then we have the Plague Artillery Power set. This is more of a Keelan thing, and tech and singular skill power is on there. Max shield, toxic skill power on acquiring custom resource, toxic skill modifier plus 21%. So again, another Keelan thing. Now we have Enlightened Mage Auxiliary Power. This augments your skill power with the 2 set. Firearm attack and 12 when using non-attribute skills. Grant 1 stack of truth up to 3 stacks for 5 seconds. Add 3 stacks non-attribute skill power plus 84%. So maybe an Ajax thing, but I'm not quite sure. Moving Fortress Auxiliary Power. Defense plus 25%. Firearm crit rate goes down. Firearm critical hit damage goes down. Reduces incoming damage modifier by 0.012 defense. So that's more of an Ajax thing right there. And then you have the Shield Cluster Auxiliary Power. Fire rate plus 5%. On attack deals additional damage to anti-void shields and anti-arc shields. When attacking anti-void shields, it deals damage. When attacking anti-arcade shields, it deals damage. So you can see the next level arson here, but we also got a few added mods in the elemental resistant battle suit of the ultimate tech. So it converts some damage into defense, and when an attribute damage is received, you receive some resistances there. Again, you can pause it on screen if you want to kind of read them over. It's a little screenshotty, it's a little floaty, but I'm going to be talking about some of the other things while these things pop up on screen. So again, you can pause it if you wish. Now, some of the things that the devs wanted to go over to make fully 100% like clear to everybody is that the Void Erosion Purge is still getting updated. The external components and core systems have been put on hold as it's a demand in the game. I mean, it's a supply to the game, but not really a demand. They do have this new event coming up, this new little mode that adds medals when you complete it per descendant. So one descendant, one little medal. It's kind of the real speed running mode to kind of flex on people. It's like something like emblems in Destiny 2, but it kind of just gets tacked on. Then they're adding in a system for external components, and this kind of gives you some more bang for your buck, increasing them, like it looks like minutely, like really, like not by a lot, but just something else to do. Now, Serena's a clear outlier. She is going to get nerfed at some point, but they're looking at how to do it with a scalpel instead of with a hammer. Next, they talked about how Ultimate Blair's coming into the game, and they don't want him to like kind of land like Serena, like really overpowered, really overdone. Just they don't want him coming out the box like broken as heck. So again, Serena's coming down. It looks like they're removing void shards from everybody. Don't know if there's going to be any compensation for that. Whatever. Hard special operations are coming. More unique arcade factor XP reward additions to the hard special mode operations. Then we have Sigma Sector increasing in their Descendant and their weapon XP gains. An energy control core reward addition. I don't really know what that means. When crafting the same weapon, it'll be crafted at the max level with a core on it. And then Serena's common skin will allow you to hide her wings and photo mode filter. Also, with some of these upcoming changes, they have a new player care system that they are thinking about putting inside. Well, they are going to put inside of here to make it more streamlined, cut down on the stuff in the campaign, kind of really just streamline it, because as a new player into the game, it really isn't good to get into the first Descendant. Now they are adding in some corny they are adding in some extra skins. The Albion Student Academy skins are coming back, like a reskin of that. And then on the 17th, they are running 2 simultaneous events. They're weekly events, and they are also daily events. In May, we can expect the dynamic motion, that is the jiggle physics, arcade tuning sockets, Void Abyss, Intercept Battle, Ice Maiden, hard special operations, Echo Swamp and Sterile Lands, a party finder system, don't know how that's going to work, and to view other Descendants and some other things, right? So appreciate the dynamic motion while I go over some more things that the devs talked about. Also, so when you go into this challenge mode arena, it's going to be like the top 100 players for that event that's going to receive special rewards, breaking the leaderboard. So hopefully they get some real good outliers, for not outliers, but some good like examinations to really hone down on the cheaters and people who are breaking the game and using mods and stuff like that. It's not fun for everybody if the top 100 people who break the leaderboards are also all modders and cheaters. That's not really fun for the community. It's not really fun for anybody. Now, they didn't talk on Jaber, they didn't talk on Eugen, they didn't talk on Kyle, they didn't talk on any of the male Descendants. It doesn't seem like Jiggle Faces is coming to the male Descendants, so for those who wanted that, it really doesn't seem like it's coming in motion. They said they are working on the lower body portions of Jiggle Physics, so hopefully that comes into the game as well too. Hate it or love it, the Jiggle Physics are something that the community does want, and it does seem that the devs are in a big update balance, like get everything ready before season 3 mode. You got to understand that this is a season 2 April update. This isn't a big update. Before, when I talked about how they do their updates, this is a small update, like for them. Like if you want to put that in perspective, they said that these things are smaller updates, and then they come in like 2 waves. There's like a first part and a second part, and then they have a bigger update. They have a big seasonal update. This balances Descendants and modules and skills and cores and weapons and tuning and damage, and all that gets broken down into a whole nother category for big stuff and little stuff. So they have, I think they call it updates, and one's called episodes, but don't hold me on gospel for that exact verbiage, but that is what they have broken it down to. So again, this is a small update. for the game. So for as far as I looked on at Steam, like for the 8,000 people that are still playing and the 4,000 people that watched the dev live stream, a lot of people are in the know about this, and hopefully a lot more people are in the know about how things are going to come down the pipeline. If there's anything else that you wanted to know about the First Descendant, I'll keep you up to date on the channel. Watch any of the other First Descendant videos and like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, so for those of y'all who have stuck around for after that video of the TLDR of the developer live update that lasted for 2 hours, we're going to be talking about how I really feel what the developers are going with, how they are changing things. So Blair, in my opinion, is one of the first Descendants that is coming out that has Transcendent modules that truly transcend the character, that really change them. This is what I think is going to happen with future Descendants that they want to change. They come out with the ultimate character. They put Transcendence into the game that changes their kit so much that that character basically becomes a new version of that character without having to go back and scrap and change and recalculate things for a Descendant directly. The Transcendence that they put on a character, they can basically encode a little module to make a character's actions change, and then that changes that character's kit completely. We've seen the first testings of this with Freyna and her corrosion and necrosis, right? So her corrosion turned into necrosis. It changed the way that the enemies are affected by the corrosion and turn into necrosis, and they get lower toxic resistance and stuff like that. So we can expect that Ultimate Eugen and Ultimate Jaber and Ultimate Kyle and like Ultimate Keelan, Ultimate Haley, you get what I'm saying, that they're going to have Transcendence for their ultimate character that's going to change them in such a way that it is going to be very necessary to have that ultimate character and not play the regular character anymore. So I think that they're in a big like maintenance mode right now, and they know that season 3 is going to make or break them. I think this content will hold over the people who are already playing the game, but I also think that this update is a good collection of data for them to gather for us. So if you guys think the same thing, if you guys have any comments about that, go ahead and put them down there in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And until then, thanks for sticking around for the after show, and I'll see you in the next one.